like this and walk away like Kyle did. He looked like he wasn't even phased.
For more information on door foam, log on to ESPN.com. Search word Auto Tech. That's the whole reason for the car tomorrow. Be able to add those crush zones, be able to get the car storages wider and put those drivers closer to the middle of the car to provide more of a safety barrier for them inside the race car.
The one thing I want to get to, Doc, the splitter on the front of the car sticks out about 2 inches in front of the bumper. NASCAR says if they come down to a photo finish, it's going to be judged off the front bumper, not the splitter.
Tony Stewart will lead him down. It'll be 22 laps to go when they cross the start-finish line. And folks, the top 8 drivers have never won at Talladega, Stewart included. And one of those top 8 is Mike Wallace driving the 88 car.
Robert Yates put him in the 88 car. He feels like Mike is one of the best restrictor plate drivers in the country.
He is one of the best restrictor plate racers. He's driven for me, and I'll tell you, he can get it done when it comes time here.
It is only Mike's second Cup start this year, folks. He ran the Daytona 500 and finished 4th all the way from 22nd starting spot, and he is running currently in 6th position.
When you take a look at the 48 car, Jimmy Johnson at the bottom of the racetrack, they are out of time right now with 22 laps to go, and it's time to get to the front. And he is doing that. Take a look at Michael Waltrip. He made a dicey move there with a 19 car, a Sadler. These guys are starting to crank it up now.
Sadler just squeezed his way up in that outside lane. Looked like Michael had to get out of the throttle just a little bit.
Well, earlier today we saw Michael Waltrip go to the bottom lane and work himself all the way up to the front. He was the one leading that train. He's doing it again now.
1 Chevrolet followed by 4 hungry Dodges. That's 1st through 5th. Stewart the lone Chevy, Newman, Kurt Busch, Montoya, and Casey Kane in Dodges.
And you see Michael get back up in the top lane right there with the 48 now back on the bottom. They've got to make something happen here. They've got to get to the bottom. The top's not going to go anywhere.
Like these guys up front are just locked in line up against that wall.
Yeah, if you're locked in line up against the wall, there's no room to pass in the top, that's for sure. So these guys know it. Look at Dave Blaney right now. He's getting down out of that top lane into the bottom. There he is in the Caterpillar car with Jimmy Johnson behind him. They're trying to make some tracks.
Dave Blaney getting back up there, becoming a factor in the 22 car. Blaney, who had the pit road speeding violation, up against the wall. One car goes up and rubs the concrete. That backpack is going to run him down, and they are running him down. Blaney leading him up there. There's the 22 car. Blaney pulling the fellow Toyota driver, Michael Waltrip, to catch this pack of 12 cars.
And he kind of hung out the 48 car of Jimmy Johnson. Jimmy was hooked up behind him. He just shot him, left Jimmy stopped on the bottom. I'm not sure this war is over between those two. I think Jimmy's got to stay put and go for it.
Out the back of the 96 car, you see Jimmy Johnson in the 48. Now he's becoming a factor. This lead draft just doubled in size.
And right now, this race would end right now at 24. Jeff Gordon's got the lead in the points by 12 points over teammate Jimmy Johnson.
Michael Waltrip hung out to dry on the inside of the racetrack, got down out of the draft, and they're going sailing right by.
He was just trying to get something going here, trying to get maybe some people to go with him, pull out a line. Nobody went with him.
And you figured if anything was going to happen, Michael was going to be the one. He did it earlier and it worked for him. Took a little taste of it this time and said, too early, pal. We're not going with you right now.
I don't think you're going to see anything happen really until you see these front guys start breaking apart. Then these back guys will catch right up and it'll get dicey.
Yeah, but Andy, if they're going to do it, they're going to have to do it with at least 10 to go, so they got enough time to get it done.
The 24 car of Jeff Gordon on the lead lap in 9th position. Remember, he is our points leader as of right now. You see the chase ticker at the top of your screen, and right above that, the race ticker telling you where your favorite drivers are running here as the laps are winding down. More on Jeff Gordon with Alan.
Jeff Gordon has run around at the back of this field all day long, Doc, including when they got that penalty for the equipment and crew member out of the box back at lap number 153. So now Gordon got a caution, got back up into the middle of the pack, and his team's thinking strategy from here on out.
Cedric says you drop down there, so he'll drop down there too. Yeah, it's going to be a while. I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. If it shuffles, then we go. If it doesn't, we wait.
Exactly. I think they're 100% on the money there. We need to be patient.
I agree. We're going to try to stay right here.
You know best.
leave it in the driver's hands, and why not? He's had a lot of success here at this racetrack, a 5-time winner here. Jeff Gordon has played it cool all day. Will he be hot when it counts the most?
It's a gamble. It's when do you go and when don't you go. Jeff Gordon say right now he thinks it's a little too early. I mean, I can see if he went down by himself. They just close that hole up. He'd go dead to the back of the pack. That'd be tough to get back up front.
If anybody knows, Jeff Gordon knows how to do it here at Talladega. And he thinks it's a little bit early. He's probably going to wait just a little while. Hopefully he can get with his teammate, Jimmy Johnson, maybe Casey Mears. They get hooked up here at the end of the race.
We're talking about Juan Montoya again. Look at their 4th position, hanging in with that Chip Ganassi, Felix Sabates team. And what about Reed Sorensen again? 8th position, he's holding in tight. Been strong cars.
Those top 8 drivers have never won at Talladega. Stewart's never won here. Ryan Newman, Kurt Busch, Montoya, Kane, Mike Wallace, Johnny Sauter, and Reed Sorensen. Those 8 guys have never been to victory lane at Talladega, and it could be any among any of those guys if it's a typical Talladega finish.
Here we got something going down on the bottom. We got the 22 car, Dave Blaney, and the 48 car, Jimmy Johnson, his teammate Casey Mears, and the 25 car. Now they're making some tracks.
Hey guys, these guys are getting in what we call draft lock. They're getting really bumper to bumper. These 2 cars becoming one, and right now they're definitely the fastest on the racetrack. Jamie?
Well, with 16 laps to go, Chad Knasker, Chief for Jimmy Johnson just came over the radio and said that 25 Casey Mears, your teammate, is coming. They drop down to the inside, as you see there, and they're looking to make a force to go forward to catch up with Jeff Gordon, as you heard Alan Bestwick mention. So watch these Hendrick cars, guys, try to get together and use teamwork to get to the front.
All right, you see the 70 come down now. Johnny Sauter, the last time by. Dave Blaney, 49.40 with his lap speed compared to 50.01 of the leader, so 0.6 of a second faster. And here comes Johnson up the middle.
Now the politics of the draft are really starting to come to the surface.
And you know, the politics, there's no politics. Now it's each guy for himself. Go for it. Get it done. 15 laps to go.
Jimmy Johnson getting help, as you heard Jamie say, from teammate Casey Mears back there. They hung the 70 car out to dry.
Now you see the 48 car, Jimmy Johnson, moved up in that outside lane. Got a little snip from those lead guys and pulled back down in front of Casey Mears. These guys got a little bit of run on these front guys.
For a little while, it looked like the 48 was going to hang his own teammate out. Thought better of that. Got back to the bottom. And look how they're hooked up in that bottom lane now. They're flat making some speed right now. I call that trucking. Those cats are trucking right now.
They can just get hooked up, just like this right here. If they can just get bumper to bumper.
That's textbook, man. That's the way you got to do it.
Jimmy Johnson, Rusty, 0.3 of a second quicker a lap than is the leader, Tony Stewart, and he is coming in a hurry.
If they stay patient, stay hooked up, they're going to get to the front.
Look at Stewart go to the bottom.
Hey, Stewart knows it. That bottom's quick right now, and Tony, look at it, top to the bottom to the top.
Whoa, that move might have cost him right there. He went to the bottom and across the top, and he's got no help now. The 2 Penske cars will hook up and go by Tony Stewart.
This car's big, but it's not big enough to block the whole racetrack.
Clear to the top.
Whoa! Contact, the 96 car, Tony Raines involved.
And Michael Walterson, after such a good run, pole sitter, involved in an accident also.
Lap 175, there's the damage on the 16 car. Last week's winner, Greg Biffle.
That's too bad for Michael. Man, he had a good car.
He had a great car. Take a look at Biffle. He's
Tires, Mike?
Yeah, blew it right in front.
Biffle's hanging out in the back, trying to stay out of trouble. He gets himself involved in it.
Watch the contact here. Now, you heard Michael Waltrip say right front, watching her right up across the racetrack.
Just too bad he clipped Elliott Sadler in the process. When that tire went down, he just took off straight right. Poor Tony Raines, too, got caught up in this.
Hold her straight there, hold her straight. Caution's out.
Elliott Sadler gets involved, so does Greg Biffle, who comes up and gets contact with Elliott Sadler. Caution for the 9th time today. Back at home.